while you were at NASA, you initiated some commercial development in space. Can you tell us about that?
Well, yeah, that was one of the things at NASA that I enjoyed doing and was very proud of getting started. Up until my tenure as administrator of NASA started, development of space had been pretty much all government all the time.
Right.
Commercial communication satellites and some imaging satellites were an exception, but they were an exception. And I feel like, as with the opening of the American West, that having only government involvement wasn't ultimately going to work for us. We need a mixture of public enterprise and private enterprise, in my view. So I started what's called the COTS program, the Commercial Orbital Transportation Services effort, where we put up a small amount of money, a few $100 million, for commercial firms to make progress in the development of commercial space transportation, and if they met certain goals, they would get payouts from NASA. Most of the investment would have to be theirs, as is appropriate for commercial enterprise.
Right.
I mean, a commercial enterprise means that that non-government investors are raising their own money and pursuing their own ends. But I put up some rewards, if you will, if certain development milestones were met, and that, I think, has been a very successful effort. There are, a lot of moves these days to go even more strongly in the direction of commercial transportation, and I approve. I think a lot of that is very well motivated. I stop short of wanting to dump a lot of government money into what should be a commercial enterprise. If we're going to spend taxpayer money on it, then taxpayers need to own the products that result.
Right.
If private money is spent developing it, then private investors own that which results.
Right.
And of course, the other thing is many of these firms developing commercial orbital transportation systems are new. They're all new.
Right.
And I would have to remind our viewers that space is actually difficult.
Right.
It is rocket science.
Yeah.
And so I would like to see some of these commercial operators demonstrate that they can deliver the food and the laundry before we start talking about delivering crew.
Right.
I would not want to get the cart in front of the horse, because I think that way might lie some pretty unpleasant consequences.
Right.
But with those concerns set aside, I think that definitely the time has come for the creation of and promulgation of government policies that stimulate the development of private enterprise in space. And the Google Lunar X Prize is a strong step in that direction.
Definitely, right.